and then I got to head up the road.
To ask the question about the Oregon Health Plan and Medicaid in a different way, how will what you're looking at in Congress interact with what Oregon's doing now with the CCOs and the Oregon Health Plan?
Look, I think they will have what they have now. They have the waiver. I supported the waiver. That will continue on. I think the dates, there may be some issue with the dates, so that all hasn't been resolved yet. But if you're on Medicaid today, you'll be on Medicaid tomorrow. We're not going to pull the rug out. Oregon has what it has. Oregon's challenge is trying to figure out, they're $870 million short right now. Given all the innovation they've done, at some point, and they're talking about continued expansion under the S-chip, which by the way is 98.1% federal funds coming in for the expanded population the governor's talking about. So there's going to be, plus states will get innovation grants that will help out in many of these categories you're talking about. We haven't gotten into that yet. That'll be detailed out in the legislation. So what we're trying to do is give states the money they need, the flexibility they need, reform the insurance market before it craters. It's on a death spiral. It's on a death spiral. Nobody's focused on that. It is on a death spiral. You won't have a choice in multiple states in about a year. 1 out of 3 counties, you're down to one choice. Look at what's happened with MOTA. Look at here, 25% rate increases on top of 27% rate increases on top of 25% rate increases. Young people saying, I'm not buying that, I don't need that. That's what creates the death spiral. If we don't step in and fix this, this market crashes and the rest is just rhetoric.
Do you have an idea when you're going to release your bill?
I do.
And?
You'll know when we post it.
My last question is,
that's when it'll be done.
In layperson terms, can you describe just briefly where there is agreement among the Republicans on this and what you're looking at where there isn't disagreement, where there's not yet agreement, where?
Well, we'll see. I mean, we're still putting the final touches on it this weekend. So we'll see where it all plays out. I think there's a lot of common ground here in terms of giving states more flexibility, in terms of giving states the money. You've got half the states basically, or half the members of my conference come from states that took the expanded Medicaid, half didn't. So you've got that discussion going on. You've got issues involving the federal dish payments. You've got FMAP issues. It's as to quote Donald Trump, this is pretty complex stuff.
But just, yeah, it is. Just, and I loved your answer on Think Out Loud the other day on that, by the way. But just so I understand it, so essentially what you're trying to do is this unsustainable increase that we're having on Medicaid, you're trying to find ways to control this, hoping that a more vigorous insurance market, bending the cost curve, will still get you the health care for everybody that you want.
More choices, more affordability.
Isn't that kind of repair and rebuild in the end?
Jeff, I'm done.
Thank you for your time.
Just
Thank
briefly,
you.
Congressman, what do you think this year has meant for the Oregon Republican Party?
The what?
This last year, 2 years has meant for the future of the Republican Party in Oregon?